Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da. I like your little sound effects.
Little explosion.
Yeah. All right, welcome to Week 7 of the TK Breakdown. We will be talking about Week 8 picks and the biggest loser last week. But before we get into that, we will discuss the overall ratings.
Let's not do that part.
You don't want to do that?
Nah.
You don't want to know who's first, second, third?
I think your arm is probably hurting. Patting yourself
well, nothing's
on the back
changed.
all week.
So we don't.
Nothing's
you know,
changed.
I'll send an attachment out to everybody so that they can review and make sure
and honor
right.
you.
Yeah. Well, you know that'll happen at the end of the year when you send me the check.
Oh, brother, I'd rather owe it to you than cheat you out of it.
Right.
So.
The winners for Week 7 football was me. I won by 2
Congratulations,
points.
by the way. It was
2 points.
very well, highly fought contest.
It was.
With the Randy Man.
Yeah.
Trying to make a comeback there and was so close. Thought he was going to win last night.
Yeah, that last-minute touchdown.
That last-minute touchdown
won me the day.
And it's not like they weren't down on within the 5-yard line a couple of different times that they could have scored and turned the ball over.
Detroit's better than what they played last night, is all I'm saying.
All right. Yeah. Is that all you're saying? Or so I got the show?
Well, okay, let's move on to the Week 7 biggest loser. Who do you think was the Week 7 biggest loser?
Biggest loser in Week 7 by Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers?
Carolina Panthers.
Why
Fired their general manager. Cam Newton goes on air, makes a bunch of stupid comments, calls a reporter sweetheart, and just all in all, his head just hanging the entire time, just totally disgusted. That franchise is falling apart. He's got nobody. He's got no weapons. Really, the whole team rests on his shoulders, and he's feeling the weight of the franchise, and I think he's going to fall apart.
Well, I would have to say for myself, the biggest loser would be me. I was really looking forward to having a 17-0 record for my upset specials. But then I go and pick Detroit. And
what were you thinking?
I know.
After
I made that decision, I was looking at it, and I didn't realize that Chicago was coming off a bye.
Be decisive. You know, you waffled.
Detroit could have won that game. That's all I'm saying. If they played better, they could have won that.
I could have won a whole bunch of other games throughout the course of the season too. I mean,
hey, if they had won the NFC North,
lots of ifs.
All I'm saying is the NFC North would have been the only division in the entire league where every team had a better than 50% record.
Okay, a little bit of trivia for you. In the top 10 NFL power rankings, 3 out of the 4 teams in the NFC North are in the top 10. Something to consider when you're looking at your picks for this next week. Minnesota ranked number 10, however. Right. Chicago ranked number 4 and Green Bay number 6. So Chicago's actually ahead in the power rankings.
How did they figure that? I mean, Green Bay beat Chicago. So technically Green Bay should be ahead of Chicago. Record.
Chicago has a better
record. Well, we all know Green Bay is actually 4.
Well, technically,
that Seattle
beat Seattle, but we're not going to talk about that.
But Seattle's right below them on the power rankings. I don't understand the power rankings. I don't understand how they come by that stuff, but it doesn't matter.
Tough division.
It is a tough division. That's all I'm saying. That's why I picked Detroit.
Your biggest loser was you this week, and I agree with that.
But I'm also the biggest winner.
Oh, yeah, whatever. You start your own bank here before that. Okay, right. Games to watch. I want to go over some games to watch next week. I have the Battle of the Birds, the Falcons and the Eagles, as a game to look out for because the Falcons are undefeated, but the Eagles are coming off off a bye week, and they're playing at home. And in all honesty, they are underplaying to their potential. They're just not playing to their potential. Way too many turnovers. This is not a typically coached Eagles team. Little bit of disintegration going on. Fired the defensive coordinator. Some things going on with Michael Vick. But dangerous game for the Falcons. They could easily drop that game.
Well, they've had a week to overcome their defensive issues, such as firing the head defensive coordinator. It'll be interesting to see how they play on defense. I mean, you know that they're going to do well in offense just because of Michael Vick. But yeah, you're right. I would have to agree with you. That would be a game to watch. The Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds. Another game to watch. Battle of the Pro Bowl and Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Broncos, Saints. Predicting the Broncos are going to win that game, but it'll be a good game. It's going to be a shootout. Drew Brees is going to throw a ton because they really don't have a running game, and Peyton Manning is going to rip that defense apart of the Saints.
Well, then, okay, then how is it going to be a shooting game?
It's going to be a shootout.
Because the Denver Broncos have a pretty good defense.
The Broncos number 9 against the pass. So Drew Brees is going to have his hands full, but he's still a man. You know what? He finds a way to make the completion.
Wow.
So
what was the record he just beat a couple weeks ago? Most touchdowns?
Yeah, most consecutive games with at least one touchdown, which he's at 48 now. The record was 47, I believe.
And it's not inconceivable to think that he won't get a touchdown in this Denver game.
Yeah, it is not inconceivable. I think it's going to be a good game.
I still think Denver's going to win that one. I mean,
I think Denver is going to win.
They're playing on all level special teams, defense and offense. The Saints don't have a defense. I think they're last in the league when it comes to defense.
Yeah. Josh Freeman threw for 420 yards against the Saints. Not a fantastic football team, but a pretty decent quarterback. But he threw for 420 on the Saints. Peyton's going to, I don't know. They may have to reset the numbers at 4 digits.
I think another game to watch is the Miami Jets game.
That should be a good game.
That will be a good game. In fact, if we were to have the playoffs next week, I think Miami would be in the playoffs and the Jets would not be. They would be in the hunt for the playoffs. Miami would be a wild card. In fact, Green Bay, Bears, Minnesota, they would all be there. So what's your upset special?
Wow. My upset special is down between 2 teams, between Tampa Bay and Minnesota, and the Rams and the Patriots. I want so bad to take the Rams over the Patriots. Patriots, number 29 against the pass. Sam Bradford playing very good football. He's just got no weapons, which is what makes me kind of leery on taking them. They're playing at home, though, which is good. Yeah, Steven Jackson is coming back, and you know what? The little bit that he did play, he looked really good, even though, they got beat by the Pack, but he looked really good.
The Saints are good, very good at home. They've beat 3. Other than Green Bay, they've beat very difficult teams at home.
Very difficult teams. And you know what? The Patriots are beatable. If it wasn't for the fact that they have Tom Brady for one thing. And then they got Wes Welker, and Woodhead is playing good at the running back position. And I mean, they got a lot of weapons for Brady to use. So, but that defense of the Rams, man, I'll tell you what, if the offensive line doesn't play well for the Patriots, Brady's going to be on his backside a bunch. Chris Long's going to be in there and tearing him up.
So, what's your upset?
Gosh, I think that the Vikings are playing way better than they are. I'm predicting Tampa Bay to beat the Vikings.
Oh, interesting. At home on Thursday night.
At home on Thursday night, and that's a big upset because so far all of the home teams have won on Thursday night. Another fact.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact.
All of the home teams have won on Thursday night.
They have quite an advantage there. Less time to prepare. They don't have to travel.
Yeah, I just don't think that the Minnesota is that much better than they were last year. But yet they have a really good record, and they sucked last year, so... and I think that Tampa Bay is better than Adrian Peterson's.
He's picking it up. He's playing like he's played in the past. There's a reason he's the number 1 pick when it comes to fantasy football.
Okay, your upset special.
My upset special will be the Chiefs over the Raiders.
Yeah.
And I know you probably don't think that's an upset.
Let me pick the Pack over Jacksonville. That will be my upset special.
That's not, those are two. The Raiders are a good team, and the Chiefs have potential to
Carson Palmer.
The Chiefs went to the playoffs.
Carson Palmer is like 3rd from last in quarterback rating. I mean, they got Carson Palmer, but he's playing horrible. He has nobody to throw to.
Yeah, but they've got Darren McFadden.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, okay, if that's your upset special, go with it. I want to point out one more game, only because I'm such a Norv Turner fan. This will be what I call the battle for the basement, and that's between the Chargers and the Browns. two of the most incompetent coaches playing against each other. And this one, I actually think Norv might win. He might pull it out. He's got a lot of talent on that team, and it's just they'll overcome his incompetence and probably beat the Browns.
Do you think he's done at the end of the year?
If he's not done something seriously wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all of our time. You got anything else?
I have nothing else.
I think Flip a Coin Bob should be expecting some notepads in the mail here pretty soon.
Yes, from
because I know he's been using them up, keeping notes on our comments.
Lot. He has.
So,
and by the way, we're talking about Flip a Coin Bob. I have noticed a trend in his picks. Maybe nobody else has noticed, but we should probably send a thank you card. You, Flip a Coin, should send a thank you card to Mr. Silver. Otherwise, you'd be right down there with Josh in the basement.
See, I haven't been noticing this trend. It's because I'm so high on being the winner right now. But
I know.
I have been noticing a trend with Josh. He comes on so strong every year with winning the first week. I think he's won the first week for the past 3 years, and then.
Yeah,
come on, Josh. There's a reason we do these things
for you, man.
We give you advice
giving
for
all
a reason.
this information. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. It just doesn't.
No.
Our switchboard operators are constantly putting ESPN on hold because they want to get a hold of us. We're very busy people.
If you can't not be entertained by this, there's something wrong with you.
That's right.
All right. I'm TK2.
I'm TK1.
Out.